happy that you're here. So without further ado, I want to talk about this. And I know that some of you might, if you have any questions or concerns, you're welcome to say something in chat. I don't think this is particularly a content warning. This is more just online strategy related stuff, online outreach, how we treat people inside of the movement, all that good stuff, right? How do we interact with each other? How do we treat each other with kindness? How do we build an accepting movement that cares about progress and moving things forward? So, what I'm specifically talking about is all the stuff that happened with Riley Grace Rochong on Twitter today. I'm not sure if any of you follow, because again, we're all terminally online. The basic background is she had a relatively innocuous statement as saying, "Oh, hey, I'm not quite comfortable with the phrase 'eat the rich,'" which we know is a very commonplace thing said in the online left. And the basic, depending on who you ask, right? It can be that can mean anything from, say, I want to tax the rich out of existence, which is kind of my thing, but I normally avoid saying eat the rich. I specifically say tax the rich. I try and make that my prerogative, because I don't have any particular animus towards any individual rich person. It's more that I see them as potentially destabilizing, right? As a powerful force in terms of money and interest. So when I say I want to get rid of the rich, I don't mean killing them. I mean I want to tax them. I don't think that's a particularly controversial statement, right? But what happened was RGR, Riley, got dogpiled by a huge number of people, most of them online lefties, whether they're tankies or just like regular left comms. She got a lot of blowback for that, and you had tons and tons of people threatening her. They were attacking her, and this was the first wave, right? So she said that. Jazzy Blue, hey, good to see you, buddy. Happy to have you in chat. Thank you for being the first comment of the evening. You're really, really cool. I hope you stick around for this chat and for games, right? This is like starting as a serious thing, but then we're going to get into less serious stuff because we have a great victory today, and I want to celebrate it by having some fun, just like playing some games and vibing, right? So, specifically, Anarchor Alex, I know it's dark. I'm going to make it a little bit brighter in a bit, right? I'm gonna have lights and set up, but they're not here yet. This is just like a proto setup. If you think it's dark, I promise there's going to be some fun purple stuff behind me in a couple days, right? But back to the topic at hand. So the first wave of this beginning interaction between Riley and you Conyer and a VGG are live, so I'm just checking what you're all doing. Oh, cool. I hope you, even if you decide not to, stick around, I would love if you could, mute the tab and leave me open. Obviously, supporting small streamers, all sorts of stuff like that. Cringe shit. Oh my God, Fist. We're talking about online lefty drama. Really quickly before we do some fun shit. I hope you're doing okay. I'm sorry that you failed your quiz. So back to the topic at hand, right? So Riley said that. I think taxing the rich makes me uncomfortable. And I'm not comfortable, with essentially what you could reasonably interpret as a call to violence, right? So, what are we supposed to do with that? I would say one of the best ways, which is just been responding saying, hey, normally when most people say that, they don't particularly mean that, and then we can go into talks about optics and how we should be more clear about our messaging. And I would love to have that conversation, but that's not what happened. What specifically happened, we had a ton of people either providing her death threats, which is unacceptable, right? I think we can mostly agree that harassing and telling people that you're going to kill them, that you're going to murder them, is not a fun thing to do. It is not the place to be. It is not what you're supposed to do when trying to provide constructive criticism to what I would call a relatively good creator, right? I don't think that's out of bounds by any stretch of the imagination. So, how does Riley respond to this? Initially saying, oh, I don't feel comfortable with calls to violence in this specific instance, and this feels like a call to violence. And what happened afterwards, I feel, is when things broke down extremely, extremely badly. So you had you had a good percentage of people say, we actually mean eat the rich when we say eat the rich. So you don't have people saying what I'm currently saying, which is when I say eat the rich, which I normally don't say because I think it's kind of lazy messaging. When I say I want to get rid of the rich, I mean I want to tax them out of existence. You got a lot of people just openly saying, yeah, no, I want to kill them, right? Uh, I want to, like, they say I want to kill the rich. And I don't think that is good messaging, but it also, essentially admits that yes, people are calling for violence. And inside a democratic society, I don't think that has a lot of good messaging. An overwhelming majority of Americans want to tax rich people, right? It's a very uncontroversial opinion that they need to be taxed more, and I think that is a great place to start. But I think you would immediately find a lot less people willing to back up that position if you lead with "I want to kill all of them." I don't think that is a good political statement. And because if you know anything about me, you know my specific brand of politics, my specific flavor of politics is I want to be as pragmatic as possible to push the American discourse, American policy set left. I want us to have left-wing policies. I want us to have, thriving market socialism in this society and in societies the world over. And I don't think we particularly achieved that very well by saying, oh, we are going to kill people. And then telling liberals, because again, Riley is a lib, she's not a socialist, right? DCK Punk, thank you so much for that follow. I'm really happy that you're here with us. I'm happy that you're joining us, right? I would say is that telling liberals, again, including progressive liberals, Riley is one of the single most dedicated advocates online for trans rights. She does it legally inside like the state of Maryland. I've seen like videos of her like literally arguing against the trans panic defense in like the Maryland State House. Like she does amazing work on this. She is a strict ally on at the very least social issues, right? She is a great ally in that regard. And then she doesn't really particularly talk about economics that much because it's not really her lane, and she very much sticks specifically to legal trans rights based stuff, which again, totally fine. Everyone has their lane. Trans rights aren't really my the thing that I have the most knowledge on, so I normally stay away from them, even though I try and be like, an ally as much as I can, right? All that sort of stuff. But in this specific case, you had Riley, who again, I would very much classify as an ally, even though she's a lib on a good amount of issues, was immediately dogpiled and then told two contradictory statements. One, you had a lot of people say, oh, when we say eat the rich, we are actually calling for violence. We're actually calling to kill people, right? And then Jazzy Blue, thank you so much for being back. I hope you enjoy this small rant. I don't think it's a rant, but like enjoy this conversation, and then enjoy the talk I have with my friend while we're playing games, right? But so specifically, at the same time that a lot of people are saying, no, we mean violence. We mean violence against people, right? We want to kill people. We want to kill the rich. At that same time, you have a lot of people saying, Riley, it's just a meme. Like, why are you being so hysterical? Like, these people don't actually mean this, right? These people don't actually mean eat the rich. So at the same time, you have literal threats against Riley, an admission from a lot of people that eat the rich does mean a literal call to violence, which again, inside a democratic system, probably not the best move, right? And then you have people gaslighting Riley and saying, oh, that's not what they're saying, while at the same time people are actively saying, no, this is what we mean. We mean eat the rich, and we also include liberals. Like several people specifically threaten Riley during this dialogue, right? So she's being attacked, she's being dogpiled, she's being gaslit by some people who I would normally have thought better of, right? And the horrible culmination of that was essentially she just ended up deciding that, hey, I just don't want to deal with socialists or communists ever again. And so I want to dive into this and specifically talk about how the online left kind of fucked up in terms of pushing away a potential liberal ally, right? Because I think Riley overall is a very big net force for good in the online community, and what we can do in the future in terms of messaging, in terms of strategy for us to deal with this in the future, because that's extremely fucking important if we want to succeed, right? I don't know about y'all, but I like winning. I like it when my political ideas are made manifest. I like it when stuff happens. I like that way more than just feeling good about hurting somebody, right? 1 second, my friend. Just one moment. Sorry, everybody. Sorry about that. So, what are we supposed to do about this? Specifically, when you are advocating for policy, it is integral that you understand the purpose of your advocacy. It is not, oftentimes, to drum up support or to feel good inside your space. We can talk about that in a second as well. It is to bring people in who tangentially agree with you and who want to make common cause with some of your political prescriptions. That is the goal. As a leftist, as a market socialist, I want to bring progressive liberals over to my position. That is one, the basic advocacy of my position, while at the same time trying to improve the lives of people in this country through policy. That is the biggest thing for me. That's the thing I care about most. I care about wonky, policy-oriented ideas that make people's lives better. That is extremely, extremely important to me, right? That's what I care about the most. And so it infuriates me to no end when I watch a large, very noticeable, very open segment of the online left go after someone who is at the very least, a net benefit, and at best, a solid ally in terms of our advocacy, in terms of what we're pushing for. That is extremely fucking important. DC Punk, you said there's something I've been watching for a while. I've been getting the Gamergate never went away. People have used the same model on things like K. I have an accountable number of 3K Twitter accounts that all seem to be unhinged tankies. Starting to feel like a psyop for the Terminally Online. DC Punk, yeah. Terminally Online people do seem to really hamstring the left, right? So, all right. Jazzy Blue, we can get to that in a second, right? So what are we supposed to do about this? One, I'm sorry, everybody. I know we exist in a very specific contingent of the online space where it is very cool to be like, I am the most lefty. I am like the farthest left. But you have to coalition build if you are going to stand a chance of having any real serious advocacy take place. If we want to win, if we want to do well, if we want to see our political goals made manifest, we cannot immediately eat anyone who slightly disagrees with us. A liberal who agrees with us on virtually all the actionable positions that we can push right now, because we're not getting Medicare for all, right? We could potentially get a public option under a Biden administration. Let's not fucking kid ourselves, right? Who are pushing for what is left of what the current American system is, and then we are attacking these people, constantly attacking them. And we say, oh, why are you being so like Jazzy Blue, we can talk about how she responded, right? But I think it's very unrealistic to say, why are you being so angry, so obviously frustrated when we're attacking them vociferously, aggressively, while gaslighting them? Because she had literally dozens, if not hundreds of people advocating for violence, saying that they want violence, and you had literally dozens of other people saying, oh, no, they don't actually mean that. So you had some people being very honest that they do mean violence, and you had a lot of people gaslighting her and saying that they did not mean that. So if you can pretend those two things exist, then you can suddenly understand why this is such a frustrating position for a lot of people, because now it seems like we're advocating that, one, we're probably lying to people. We're saying, oh, no, we don't actually mean that, but then other people come in and say, no, we actually do. We very much mean we want to hurt people. And so you push libs away. And I'm sorry, everybody, the online left is not big enough. I don't know if you were there during the primary. I was. I volunteered a lot of my fucking time for Bernard Sanders, and we lost. We got beaten badly because there's not enough of us. So if you can pretend that we can win in a democracy with whatever small chunk of the population that we currently have that are uber leftists, I have some fucking news for you. We can't. We can't do it like that. We need allies. And it seems like the most basic ally for the left to have are progressive liberals who agree on almost all of our policy prescriptions, with the exception of workers owning the means of production. They want better social safety nets. They want more taxes. They want better healthcare systems. They want single payer, right? It's very normal for them to have some small reservations about actively killing people. I don't think that is an unreasonable position for these people to hold. Then we then we threaten to kill them, alienate them from the broader left, because now all of Riley's people that stick with her are not going to want to be a part of the the broader online left. We're pushing them away when they're really, the only issue is that they're not personally okay with violence. I'm sorry if you're trying to LARP about some violent revolution in the United States. It's not fucking happening right now. It's not. And so if we're saying, oh, you're not willing to kill the rich people with me, actually murder people, I'm sorry. I'm probably not okay with that either right now. I don't think it's really possible. I don't know why we would even try that. but we're going to do it in a way that just hurts a lot of people. And we've alienated a very solid ally who does good goddamn work, and that very, very much frustrates me. And I hope you can understand why this is very, very painful to watch. And so, in conclusion, what does the left need to do? What do we need to do when we're trying to make our world a better place? When we're trying to make allies of liberals? Because I'm sorry, again, we kind of fucking need them. Because there's not enough of us. And if we can get more liberals on our side, we can make them more sympathetic to our cause, and we can convert them into proper leftists. That is how it works. So there's two issues here. First, if you're in the online left because you like a social space, because you think this is fun, cool. But I'm sorry, that's not why we're here. Or at least that's not why I'm here. I don't know why you're here. I'm here to get some stuff done, to change some minds, and to hopefully get people interested in like on the ground activism. Whether it's volunteering for like presidential campaigns like Sanders, whether it's them getting involved in local actions, whether it's DSA or like local Democratic stuff, it doesn't fucking matter. That's what really matters. Changing people's minds, bringing them to their side. Not virtue signaling to our specific in-group about how cool we are and how shitty someone that doesn't completely toe the line is. It's absolutely fucking annoying when I see that. So we have to fix that. Because if we don't, I'm sorry, we're just going to lose. And I don't want to lose. I want to win. I like winning. I'm big into actual political change. I'm big into big winning. I'm not saying I'm not ambitious. I volunteered for the Bernie campaign. I wasn't like, oh man, like I hope I'm supporting Biden in the primary because like that's like, you know, pragmatic. I virtually always pick like the furthest left option, like when I can in electoral processes. And when we lose, then I like take the worst option in the general. That's a very normal strategic position. And so when we have this right now, what are we dealing with this? How are we interacting with these people? We're not. We're just treating them like shit. We're attacking them constantly. That's not the way to do this. I'm really sorry that like if you think that is good strategy, it is not. Yeah, the online left, like Anarcho Alex, you're completely correct. The online left does fucking suck. We do constantly do this to our own people, and it's very, very frustrating because we're not going to win with this. Okay, but like the thing is, here's what should have happened. When people were dunking on Riley, the second wave of people, because the first wave of people, I don't think they're actually politically serious. I don't think they really care about doing good things for people. I really don't think, I'm not burning your bus canceled. I know, I'm avowedly not burning your bus. You know, we all were there, right? I saw when we lost. It fucking sucked. I had a lot to drink that night. I made a sad Facebook post about how Biden's horrible. But then I wake up the next day and then realize, hey, it's kind of important that we win this. It's still kind of important that we do good things, right? It's kind of important that we do that. And so, going forward, what are we supposed to do? We can't do that. And we have to call out our own when that sort of shit happens. If the second wave of people, because what pushed Riley away was a multi-stage process. First, we had all those assholes, you know, threatening to kill her and just being open about their calls to violence, which is hella fucking cringe. Okay? Cringe as fuck. Disgusting. Absolutely annoying as hell. Despise that. But we could have salvaged that. We could have salvaged an ally if instead of the second wave saying, Riley, you're being crazy. What are you talking about? Like, we don't actually mean violence. While the overwhelming majority of people like quote tweeting her and like talking to her, like attacking her in the comments saying, no, we actually are calling for violence. Those people, maybe, just maybe next time, what if we took it seriously and then called them out and said, oh, hey, you're doing this really bad thing? Maybe we should like say, oh, hey, people who are doing this are fucking nuts. And not be and if you're afraid of being canceled for that, again, I'm sorry, we have to fight that disgusting online culture that is self-eating because we can't handle that. It's horrible because we're going to fucking lose. And again, I don't want to fucking lose. I want to win. This is really important to me. This is really important because that's why I'm here. Like, yeah, talking politics is fun. I love letting everyone know what a big fucking smart boy I am. But when I can like learn, when I can explain about policy or economics or foreign policy stuff, I really love that. It's so much fun. But you know the reason why I care about that is because there's bigger things to do. There's bigger fish to fry, and it's not just about being right in like the super online social space. It's about actually changing shit. That's the purpose of politics. Politics is specifically for power, not LARPing about how you are going to be the most enthusiastic when you're killing rich people against the wall. Because that's kind of what a lot of people are fucking doing right now. And it's really, really fucking stupid. So if you're in the online left, I'm sorry. I will never treat this like a social base. I have made friends here. I can talk to people here. I think some people on here are super cool, super fucking based. I love that. I think that's awesome. But what's the purpose of this? Why are we here? It's to use the online platform that we have to make real change, to do good stuff for people. Because otherwise, why the fuck are we here? Why, instead of this, why aren't we all just jerking off and playing video games and like watching all the amazing TV shows and movies that are currently out, right? Why are we doing this specifically right now? It's because this matters. It's very easy to say that. And I don't understand why people disagree. And if you disagree with that, again, I'm sorry for adding you, but I think you're a fundamentally unserious person. And you don't really care about what you pretend to care about. It literally is the basic textbook definition of a virtue signal. It's super, super annoying. And again, I feel bad saying that. I'm not trying to make anyone feel horrible about how they're existing, right? I'm not trying to demean you. I'm just telling you that if this is your behavior online, you're ruining it. You're the reason why we're losing. Because for every one person like me who's trying to say, oh, hey, there's some libs, and I find them frustrating because they don't agree with me on everything. But overall, we're working together right now to beat Republicans, to maybe get a public option, to expand the social safety net, get an awesome infrastructure bill, real fucking stuff that matters. And then you have some dipshits that are just constantly like, no, you don't actually care. You're not trying to revolutionize right now. Why aren't you taking up arms? Why aren't you? Maybe it's because you know that it's fucking suicide and it's really fucking dumb right now. So instead of doing any real action, because if you actually thought that, you'd be trying to stage a revolution, which I don't recommend. You're just taking it out on people online, saying they're not as lefty as you, they're not as cool as you, reformists are traitors, and anyone who isn't an active tanky is betraying the ideals of the left. I'm fucking sorry. No one else thinks like that. You are a minority, and you're kind of insane if that's what you're pushing. Because there's no realistic place for that kind of behavior if you're trying to grow an online movement. And the faster we understand that, the faster we'll get more electoral success. You'll notice AOC, super successful in terms of what she's been doing. She has effectively pushed Biden to the left on a good amount of issues. She has taken it upon herself, and people in the hyper most online communities constantly attack her for the most bullshit shit. And I hate it. Because we're watching one of our best people and we're eating our own. People are mad at AOC because she hasn't implemented a socialist paradise. She's one of 500 fucking Congress people. She can't do it by herself. We need to elect more people, and electing more people means getting more progressive libs on our side who will vote for people like AOC so that maybe one day we actually can achieve something akin to socialism. But right now we can't. And every time we get close, it's like these fucking idiots online are allergic to the concept of making allies, attaining power, and getting good shit done, which is, again, the entire fucking purpose of politics. And I'm really sorry, if you know someone who, would be hurt by this, or, you personally think this way, but you're fucking wrong. I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes here. I'm just telling you, if this is the way you operate right now in online politics, you are part of the problem. You are making our advocacy worse. You are making the movement less inviting. You are making this entire situation worse. Because instead of pushing us left, instead of organizing, instead of helping get better people elected, you're constantly attacking our best representatives. You're constantly attacking other organizers who have the gall to do real shit. It's disgusting. Yeah, petulant children is the best fucking way. And I get it. A lot of these kids are 10 years old and they're online. They're like, oh man, capitalism's so crazy, bro. I don't want to do my homework. Anarchism based. We got to overthrow stuff right now. It's I'm sorry. But that's not how the world currently works. I wish it was. I really do. I wish it was the do socialism button, right? That's not how it works. It's going to suck. It's going to take a long time. It's going to take a lot of effort. And we still might lose. But why are we handicapping ourselves when we're trying to do good things for people? I cannot understand that in the slightest. It is literally mind-fucking me when I'm watching people, like, throw everything away, throw potential allies to the wind, when we are constantly under attack from much, much, much worse people. Like, oh my fucking God. It's really, really sad. Really, really frustrating. Because when I watch this, I'm like, man, these people don't want to win. They don't want to build alliances. They don't want to do good shit. They don't care about any of this. And I'm sorry that, like, I'm so opposed to you, because I don't want to participate in this, like, you know, online lefty hating nonsense, right? I don't want to be like, man, like, all the online left is so bad, but, like, I'm the real left because I care. I don't want to fucking do that. That sounds really annoying, really asinine to me. But you're not really leaving me much fucking choice, are you? All these people. They're not. RGR does good work. A lot of good fucking work, and it's both online and IRL activism shit. Real stuff. And these online lefties do fuck all beyond torment people in a place where they feel like they have, like, some semblance of power. And it's disgusting. And it's disgusting that they attacked her in that way, that they issued death threats, and then it's also disgusting for the people who did apologia and gaslighting while they were doing that. I don't think they're as bad, but you're enabling that kind of behavior. And if you want a strong online left that matters in electoral politics, that makes the world a better fucking place, you kind of have to drop that LARPing bullshit. I'm sorry? People might call you a lib because you're not, like, down for the struggle, because you don't have, like, a fucking, like, whatever, like, those Russian, like, star hats, whatever the fuck you want to call those, right? Because you're not super, like, hyper aggressive about it. I'm sorry. That's not how real change gets done. Real change gets done by being active in your communities, by being active on the ground, by actively organizing, and by not constantly eating your own because they're not a full-fledged, like, fucking anarcho-communist. Because right now, I'm sorry, it doesn't fucking matter whether you're an anarcho-communist. Right now, the policies I advocate for are, like, very basic, like, socially democratic policies. There's nothing socialistic about Biden's agenda. It's not. But I realize that that's the best we can do right now, so let's do some basic suck-dem reforms while we can. If we had a Bernie Sanders president and a, like, Congress that was more applicable, if we had, like, you know, 200 AOCs, then maybe I would be a bit more ambitious about what we could get right now. But right now, we can't because we don't. Ugh. All right. And I get it. But we want to reject those, like, frustrating people inside our movement. We want to say, oh, they're just dumb fucks. Like, they're just trolls. Like, why do we need to worry about that? It's because it affects how other people see the movement. It's one thing if we have a bunch of shitheads inside our movement that are constantly annoying as fuck and attacking people. That's bad, right? We don't like that. But people will view it differently if there is a strong segment of us that say, this is dumb shit every single time they do that. Instead of making apologies saying, oh, it's just a meme, bro. Like, we don't care. Like, you know, they're not actually trying to kill people. Again, while those people are actively saying, like, yes, we do want to kill people. Like, it's so cool. Like, I'm going to kill so many people, including the liberals. Like, it makes us look it makes us look stupid. And it makes us look ineffective. It makes us look unserious. So, and if you disagree with me, I'm fine talk with you about this, but you're not going to change my mind. Because I'm really sorry. But that's some dumb shit. It's some really fucking dumb shit. And I want us to be less dumb because I want us to win. Because I actually care about this stuff. I care about making people's lives better. My personal life, I am a solid, I graduated college, I have a solid job. I am not going to want for anything for, like, you know, the foreseeable future. I'm crushing it right now. That's why I choose not to LARP. Because I know that people will get active benefits from basic suck-dem reforms right now. If we can make the system better, then it's a success. We did something good. And that matters. It might not matter, because if you're like some 14-year-old living in white suburbia with your parents who cover your every need and you don't want to do your fucking homework, but I'm sorry, a lot of people could actually use the reforms that the Biden administration is pushing right now. And again, I don't like that. I voted against him in the primary. I advocated vociferously against him in the primary. I organized watch parties where, like, my entire thing was just dunking on Biden endlessly. I get it. He's not cool. He's not. He kind of sucks. But is he better than what we could, like, have on the other end? Absolutely. So just please understand that. Because if we don't, then all this is just nothing. And I'm ranting for no reason because we don't actually care about winning. We care about feeling good and having our friends tell us how fucking based we are because we just hate liberals so much because they're essentially fascist. Fuck off with that. It's really fucking stupid because I'm sorry, the majority of Americans are liberals. And if your opening statement is that the majority of this country, and I'm saying a hard majority, not even the conservatives, because I know people include them in the fascists, and sometimes I like lean in that too. If you're saying like 80+% of this country, because I'm being really fucking generous, if I'm saying that more than 20% is like anything constituting lefties, then we're gonna lose. Because you're coming out of the gate in a democracy telling 4/5 of the fucking population that they're irredeemable monsters that you want to put up against a wall and kill. That's really fucking brain dead. I don't know why I have to explain that, but I'm here to do it anyway because apparently people don't understand. And I'm here to help you understand because holy fuck. What is wrong? Oh, yeah, in Minecraft. I'm sorry. Yeah, in Minecraft. In Minecraft. We're Minecrafting. Yeah. God damn it. This is so frustrating. Because these people don't care. They're going to be fine. Because they have mommy and daddy's healthcare. Yeah, people need to say tax the rich, not kill. Oh, so if you care about leftism, if you care about doing good things for people, right? If you care about winning, if you care about the future of this country, about the future of its peoples, then please, I'm begging you with fucking tears in my eyes. Don't be a part of this problem. Be a part of the solution in dealing with this problem and try and make sure that our world is a little less fucking horrendous because we desperately need better shit right now. We don't need this left eating itself. I get it. It's been hard since Bernie lost. I've been here the entire fucking time. It's been really fucking rough. My entire political life so far has just been watching lefties lose over and over and over again. And that sucks. Because I want to win. I want to do good things for people. That's why I'm here. And I hope that's why you're here. So if that's what you want to be here for, you're welcome in my community. I am so blessed to have you. I am super excited. I hope we can continue this together into the future and we make this world a better place. Because that's what we need to do right now. And if you don't, you can stick around because, again, I want you to understand. And I will educate you. I will talk to you. Not tonight because I'm gonna bring my friend on. We're gonna play some Teamfight Tactics like for like an hour and a half to try and salvage this day. This should be a good fucking day. A good fucking day. But we have so many cracks in our movement that will kill it. That will strangle any efficacy we have out of our team, out of our group, if we don't stop, if we don't do the work of stopping this kind of bullshit. It's really that simple. Whether we choose to win or whether we choose to lose, it's entirely based on that. Is how well we can sculpt the online left into an advocacy space, not a social space. And I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying you can't have friends. A lot of the coolest people I've met this last year have been online. But that's secondary. In the same way that when I go to the gym, I'm not going to make friends. I'm going to get jacked, right? Because I fucking love lifting weights. But if I make friends at the gym, is that good? Yeah, it is. But it's not the primary function, and we need to stop treating it like it is. Thank you. Yeah, grog energy. Yeah. Ugh. So, in conclusion, be part of the solution. Don't be part of the problem. Don't be a dickhead online lefty who's LARPing about revolution, LARPing about killing people. Because guess what? You're going to scare liberals away. Because liberals are amenable to socialism. They are. If they care about the ideals of, like, enlightenment values about freedom and equality and shit, they'll be open to that idea. But how about you don't fucking lead with let's kill everybody, including you, in, like, whatever game you want to call that, right? Let's not do that. Because I want to fucking win. Because there's a reason why we want to win, and it's making people's lives better. Oh, yes. DCK Punk is fucking based in chat right now. Yes. The way I see it as well is I will allow AOC to be my ally until she's the farthest right candidate in Congress, and then I'm going to primary her. Correct. I will be right there with you. But until then, let's not fucking ruin this, shall we? People talking about primary AOC. Are you fucking kidding? She's one of the best people we have in Congress. How about we try and primary, centrist or conservative Dems in safe Democratic seats? If we're actually just as Demming this, right? Do that. And in places where we can't win with progressives, right? Because I'm sorry, everybody. I know I hate Joe Manchin like so much, but we can't primary him. He's too strong. He literally won't lose. And it's really annoying that that's the case. But so what do we got to do, right? What do we do about that? We get more lefties in. So that way, when it comes time, we don't have to rely on his vote. Right now, people are complaining that we don't have socialism when literally we are in like the bare minimum. We have 50 fucking seats and 2 of them are essentially moderate Republicans. And then we're complaining why we don't have Medicare for all. Because we don't have enough people, asshole. How many people co-sponsored Medicare for all? Like that, like the bill? I think it's about like 100 something. Guess how many you actually need? Over 200. We don't have enough. We don't have enough. We really don't. So how about instead of eating our own every time we get a fucking modicum of success, we just take the fucking W and then try to make sure we can replicate that over and over and over again. And it's going to take multiple election cycles. Because again, I'm sorry, the world doesn't work as fast as Twitter. We just can't have socialism with a tweet. It doesn't work like that. If you think it does, you're fucking insane. It's going to take election cycle after election cycle of dedicated, honest, hardworking people to get progressives elected, to get socialists elected in federal, in state, in local office. And you keep doing it. You keep doing it until we die. The struggle. You want to talk about struggle? You want to talk about class struggle and fixing the world? Here's a secret, everybody. You're going to be doing this until you're dead. And so am I. I'm going to be gladly doing that because I care about this. I'm not going to pretend that we're going to achieve some kind of socialist revolution by the time I'm 26. I realize I'm going to be advocating for a lot of this shit for my entire life, and that's fine because I know I'm making a difference. Oh! I'm sorry for how mad I'm getting right now. This really pisses me off. This really makes me angry. I very much care about this. And if you don't care about this, I don't know why you're in online politics. I don't know why you're in politics. I really don't. Because I need something better than, it felt good at the time to say that, I hope that we can do this. We need to be better. We need to be a lot better. That's why we're here, guys. Don't let anyone ever tell you different. We're here to make the world a better place. By scratching and clawing bit by bit. Because revolution is kind of impossible. And reform is the best we have. It's the worst of all possible options except for all the other ones. Now, I'm not pretending this is a magic bullet. I'm not even pretending we're going to get Medicare for all. Even if Bernie Sanders was president, it would kind of be impossible still. We don't have the numbers. But if we can get more Bernie Sanders elected, if we can get more squad members elected, we have a fucking chance. So let's pretend that the world... So let's pretend that the world is as it is, as opposed to pretending that AOC can get Medicare for all with a tweet, like Jimmy Dore fucking LARPs about all the time, and get some goddamn real change. Because heaven knows we need it. We need it so bad. We need so much help with this. Because if we don't, we're dead. We lose. And I don't like losing. I don't like ceding this country to Republicans or fascists. I don't even like ceding it to liberals, to be honest. But I'm working with the liberals right now because they're actively against fascism. And right now, a lot of them are pushing for policies that are currently left of what we have right now. And that kind of change matters. It matters a lot. So please join me in this very noble struggle for goddamn real change and real material benefits. You care about the material conditions of people. You care about that sort of stuff. That matters to you. I'm telling you how to do it right now. I'm telling you to get involved in your communities. I'm telling you to get involved in local politics. I'm telling you to do more than doomer post and get mad on Twitter at people who are actually trying to make a change. Yeah. I know. Yeah, whatever organization you want to join, be a part of it. DSA, IWW, Democratic Party, Green Party. Like, if you feel like it's actually doing stuff, I mean, like, I would say the Green Party is not very electorally viable, but like, be a part of local like labor organizations. Try and form unions. All that sort of stuff. There's ways you can do this that don't involve you standing at like the barricades with like goddamn flag like on the White House lawn, like achieving socialism for everybody. So, like, Vanguardists, get the fuck out. You're a bunch of LARPing bitches, and you're not really doing anything good for anybody. All you're doing is attacking real people who do real goddamn work to make the world a better place. So please, remember that. Remember who you're helping, who you're hurting. And let's try and be a bit more serious. Let's try and be a bit more reasonable, and not alienate all of our fucking allies. Because we need them. Again, there's not enough socialists. I wish to God that there were, but there's not. So let's just keep that in mind, okay? Because there's a lot of libs who will work with us. So let's not threaten to murder them in Minecraft, right? Let's not do that. Let's say, hey, there's a lot you want that I also want, and then afterwards, we can fight about it. But for the moment, let's do good things for people. Let's get them healthcare. Let's get them a raised minimum wage. Let's get some infrastructure passed. Let's get some better healthcare, right? Let's get some bank regulation so Wall Street can't fuck us, right? And let's get some environmentalism passed. There's a lot of stuff we can do right now that libs will agree to. So let's do it. Take the W's when they're offered you. When someone agrees with you, just say yes. Don't attack them for not being 100% down with the revolution. Okay? Because you're going to lose that way. And I get it. Some of you might feel better about saying, oh, I'd rather lose and be ideologically pure. Then fuck off. You're not serious. Because if someone told me I could, say, get a public option 100% and, vastly improve the lives of tens of millions of people, or I could have, a 2% chance of getting Medicare for all, I would take the 100% dub every single time. Because guaranteed material change and improvement is better than pie in the sky bullshit, especially when there's 0% chance. Because in a lot of these cases, when people LARPing about force the vote or Medicare for all under a Biden administration, I'm sorry, we're just not there. It's not gonna work. Ugh. So, I'm going to play some games now. Yeah, Dubmaster's totally fucking correct there. Absolutely true. Absolutely based. Absolutely correct and pog-pilled. God damn. So, everyone, if you like what I have to say, if you want to be part of a movement that actually gives a fuck about people and making people's lives better, follow me on here, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord. We'll talk about real news, we'll talk about some real policy positions, real stories. I don't do a lot of LARPing, I don't do a lot of theory, I do IRL stuff, news, organizing, politics, debates. That's what I do. And I hope you do more of that too. Organize your communities, organize online, use online as a jumping off point for real world activism. And I hope you stick around, because God knows we need more people like this and less people like the ones who were threatening RGR on Twitter. So, yep.